Welcome back to Olympus Critics. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a like for the algorithm that does help the channel grow. These are my thoughts on A Quiet Place Day One, starring Lupita Nyong'o and Joseph Quinn. We also got Jasmine Hunsu in this. We got him from the second film. And Michael Sarnowski, if I'm pronouncing his last name correct. If I'm not, I apologize. Directed this film. We didn't get John Krasinski back, who did a tremendous job with the first two films. And my thoughts on this film: it was a solid film. I thought it was a solid film. I would probably put it as the third film if we're rating them. I mean, if we're putting them in numbers, I think the second film of A Quiet Place, I got to put that number one. And then you put movie one in the 2 spot. Then you put this one in the 3rd spot. It's reasons because some of the stuff didn't make sense at times. Especially when, you got all the people out. Granted, none of them probably knew that the monsters went off sound and noises. So when they all came out, when Lupita Nyong'o's character was traveling with the 2 young kids, and I forgot to say this will contain spoilers. Yeah, you had people making all that noise. I mean, it was just a massacre waiting to happen. You would have thought somebody would have said something like, "Hey, everybody don't need to be coming out at the same time," or maybe just use the helicopter to probably use that time to get away from the monsters while all of them are chasing the monsters with the sound that they're hearing. And then when Joseph Quinn came out of the water out the subway, I was hoping we was getting some backstory. Where did he come from out the subway? What was going on down there? And he's taking all these deep breaths. You would have thought, the monsters would have heard him at that time and probably took him out, because he's huffing and puffing so hard. But that didn't happen. Still a solid film. One of the people I went to the movies to see, they was wondering like they're wearing shoes, unlike John Krasinski and the family, from the first 2 films. They didn't wear shoes to hide the noise. Like, I was peeping that too. Like, they're wearing shoes. There's a bunch of glass everywhere. There's no way they're not cracked. They're not making a lot of noise, stepping on glass, stepping on wood, all that squeaking noise with shoes on. So the person I went to the movies with made a solid point. That kind of bothered them. Like, they're walking around with shoes on. We saw from the first 2 films that they're out there in the the countryside, and you're out in the city. There's got to be a ton of glass all over the road, and a lot of debris everywhere for them to be cracking or smashing with their shoes. So that's some nitpicks right there. But overall, I thought it was a solid film. Lupita Nyong'o's character was kind of unlikable at times with the smart mouth, but she became likable once she started to build that bond with Joseph Quinn character. And so hopefully we get to see a backstory with Joseph Quinn's character. I mean, if they want to do I doubt they'll do a movie about how he got out of that subway. What transpired with how he even got out of there. I don't know if they'll make a movie about that, because I was sitting there like, we're gonna get a backstory about how did he get out of that subway, because he looked like he had to swim his way up out of there. So that would have probably been an interesting another half of the movie instead of what we got on some parts where they're trying to build their bond. I can understand, the little magic trick and all that, but you could have probably spent some of that time showing us a backstory of how he got out of that subway. I was very interested in that, but he ended up taking the cat. She was sick, so you already knew what was gonna happen. She was gonna sacrifice herself because she was sick. She didn't have too much time, so I saw it coming that she was gonna use herself to sacrifice herself to let him get on that boat and take all the monsters with her and give him a chance to run, because he almost didn't make it. They almost got him, but fortunately she saved him. Maybe we see Joseph Quinn character again in the next film, the sequel film that we're all waiting for, because we got to see the siblings and Emily Blunt's character back with Cillian Murphy as well, Killian Murphy as well. So hopefully we get to see all that, get those casts back. The kids, they got to be grown now. I think they got to be like, what, 16, 17 or 18 now. So yeah, can't wait for that sequel. Hope we see Joseph Quinn character, because spoiler alert, Jasmine Hunsu's character didn't make it. Post comments, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Did you enjoy this movie? How would you rate the 3 movies? Like I said, I got the second one as the number 1, and the first one number 2, this one number 3. Post comments, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.